It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set. Now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
I'm scared.
Flacco on the give to Lindsay. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Yards there, first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Monday. That's right.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsay. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The 15-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down now. It's Lindsay looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. The kick by McManus is good. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. Booker on 1st down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Flacco from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Broncos 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Flacco. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL. The 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee and riding their hot rookie quarterback Gardner Minshew, and their defense looked ferocious again.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he's got Hireman. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow! Hey, orbit!
Yo, 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 yo.
Flacco will take to the air again. The Sanders has got it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
At their 49-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To pass, Flacco. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check, 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 check. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Jackson now to throw again. In trouble, and the ball's up. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
We own them. We own them.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. I got it. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Jackson, option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Broncos 20.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again with Lindsey. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Flacco. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson brought in left side by Snead. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
it's taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 32 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, box drop.
From just shy of midfield, Flacco. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chris Wormley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
We went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Well, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Recon, 152 fighters.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Jackson now, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Jackson, forced out to him, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 17 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Check that out. Where'd he go?
That is caught at the 7-yard line. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Bronco Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Rodgers now on first down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Let's go! Let's go!
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Exit.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos first and 10 at their own 16. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Brings up second and 7.
On second down, it's Lindsay. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Monday.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ray.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Flacco. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Alert flare.
Yo, we.
Flacco from the gun. Here's Booker on the catch. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Flacco. This is Riddick on the screen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Flacco will come to the line first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go pass again with Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we had the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No wine. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the mustache man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate. And it's continued good play since then. And let's face it, the mustache mania is sweeping Duval County. as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly do what he did last year. He's on a pace to eclipse what he did last year in every category. And by the way, hasn't thrown an interception yet, and his team's undefeated at 3-0.
All right, one more. Best director, head coach. Who you got?
I'm going to go each conference. AFC, Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills, off to a 3-0 start. I'm not sure how many people saw that one coming. And then in the NFC, finally fulfilling their promise here in the early going, the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, also undefeated, getting ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams for supremacy in the NFC West in the upcoming weeks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison, that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Check three.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Regular.
Get wide.
Now on 2nd and 16. Flacco. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Flacco on target to his tight end butt, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Once more, it's Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And McManus able to put it through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Riddick. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They go back to Riddick. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. One more time with Lindsey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. 59 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
On first down, Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go, D.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Did have one big call left. Here we go.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Crunch. 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 Field goal. Hey, Echo.
To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Five. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Now he'll escape to his right. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
42. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
First OT toss coming for Joe Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially put a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Gonna throw again. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Taken from just outside the 30. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Dad, lock it in. What's on red? Check red. Check hot route.
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Monday. Watch the screen.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run by Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Booker. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins.